Welcome to another episode of Dynamic Diet on a beautiful Saturday morning. And this is a program that we bring to you every week to ensure that you enjoy your Saturday morning and make it a delightsome one. That is why we are always here, and we are here again. I am Nta Akure. Welcome you to this week's episode of this program on behalf of the entire crew. And today is not going to be an exception, as we have always been doing it. This is a program where we bring you entertainment, we bring you information, we bring you educative and interesting discussions. And today we are going to have all this for you, for your viewing pleasure, and we're going to make your Saturday morning a pleasant one. Today we are going to have our weekly mirror segment where we're going to have a guest. Let me not let the cat out of the bag yet, but we're going to discuss something very interesting, very pertinent to every one of us, especially those of us living in and around Akure metropolis. And also we are going to have our entertainment segment this morning. We're going to take you around the world for gist and the latest gist in the entertainment world. And of course, we're going to crack your ribs with some comic relief, and also we're going to make you dance away your sorrow this morning. And of course, the sports segment will not be left out. There are many sporting activities around the world now. The Waffle B competition is going on, and also the WAFCON, that the women AFCON is going on, and of course the Commonwealth Games have just been concluded. All this will be bringing you some highlights from them, and you'll be enjoying every bit of it this morning. But before we go to the weekly mirror segment, let's quickly see this video that will be ushering us into that segment. Please don't go away.
Quarter is here. NTA Television College Refilled JOS invites media practitioners and non-media practitioners to be part of our short proficiency courses starting from 13th July to 25th September 2026. The college offers hands-on experience on practical training from certified professionals in the broadcast field. The courses will commence as follows: online reporting, digital studio architecture and integration, intermediate camera operation, motion graphics design, parliamentary reporting and judicial reporting. For registration details, course schedules, and more information, visit our website at www.ntatvc.edu.ng or call the following numbers: 0803-383-4343 or 0806-980-9807. NTA TV College Refilled JOS, your gateway to media excellence.
It's nice to know that you're still with us on this program, Dynamic Diet, on the Nigerian Television Authority, Channel 11 Akure, very dynamic station. And like I told you earlier, that we are going to have our weekly mirror segment this morning. And what exactly are we going to mirror today? We are all in the land of Akure. This is the state capital city of Ondo State, and that is where we are located, especially as a station NTA. And that's why we're going to look at some issues, some events around Akure, the culture of Akure, one of the events that matter most to every citizen of Akure, home and abroad. This is an event that brings everybody together every year, and it's an event that also permits the king, the paramount ruler of Akure himself, the TG of Akure, to have some times off his official duties, and also at the end of it all have a moment with all his subjects to celebrate together. And what we're going to discuss this morning is the Ulefuta Festival of the Akure Kingdom. And that's why I'm having with me this morning a man that has been, is so much entrenched in the culture of Akure. He's a promoter of Akure culture. He is a man that travels far and wide. He's a man that knows how culture is being practiced in other climes, and he has also brought that home to enrich the already rich Akure culture further. And this morning I have with me the Olu of Amudi Kafi, and also known as Okelisa Tutun. He is the chairman of the Central Planning Committee of Ulefuta 2026 Festival. My guest this morning is His Highness Olu Adekunle Ajanaku. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much, presenter. Nice to be here once again.
Well, thank you, sir, for being part of this program this morning. Let's quickly talk about Ulefuta. What is Ulefuta to an Akure citizen?
Thank you very much. Good morning, viewers at home. Ulefuta Festival is an age-long festival, which is almost as old as our primogenitor, the Boyede, the first ruler of Akure Kingdom, who brought that festival with him from Ile-Ife. There are only two of its kind in this part of Nigeria, the southwest. In Ife, where there's a similar festival. It is called Olojo, which is just like a week interval from that of Akure, and that's also loaded with a week-long program. Same with that of Akure. It's a moment where the deity goes into seclusion, just like the Oni, for 7 days. It's almost like the annual leave, and the moment of sober reflection, prayer time and communing with the ancestors. After that 7 days seclusion, the deity comes out in most pious state to pray for his people, for Akure land, Ondo State, and Nigeria in general. It is the climax of all festivals in Akure. At the moment, we have a series of festivals going on, quarters by quarters, satellite towns to satellite towns, Odun Ijeshu, Odun Ino, Odun Opa, in various communities, But that is the climax, the Ulefuta of it. So several activities have been lined up for that week-long event. It is not a fetish festival as some people want to believe. It is a moment of traditional prayers. There's nothing fetish about it. And indeed, mosque, Jumat prayers, and church thanksgiving is also included in one segment of the festival on 27th of September. It's actually the church thanksgiving. The festival is usually flagged up, like I said, with seclusion, and the Deji comes out after 7 days, which we call Ijade. Now, during the Ijade, is exclusively for traditional chiefs and for certain entertaining masquerades to come. The masquerades are exclusively those of the royal family. Arimo Jajajo. It's exclusive for the royal family. It will dress beautifully that day, come out and pay homage, go around and pay homage to some of the heads of the royal families in Akure, and all the traditional chiefs in their various categories, led by the Ihares. They will come and pay their homage. The Deji will receive them in turn, pray, entertain, and all that. So, after the Jade, then we'll have the colloquium. And this year's colloquium, annual colloquium series, this year's colloquium is centering on fostering closer relationships between our intervention MDAs. Intervention MDAs like Bank of Agriculture, Bank of Industry, SMEDA, National Directorate of Employment, Export Promotion Council, and so on and so forth. We want to bring them to the festival colloquium to interact more with the rural people and let the rural people and the traditional institution be availed with huge opportunities available on the renewed hope agenda corridor of our dear president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What we have seen around here is that the renewed hope agenda, as good as it is, has not trickled down to the very rural people, the vulnerables, and the farmers and the indigents that really need it in the rural area. So that's why we are bringing these people. We are bringing the target audience from the villages, the farmers association. Let them come and benefit from that interaction and see the various opportunities that are available in the Renew Agenda program.
Thank you very much. You mentioned in the course of this discussion that Ulefunta Festival is not fetish.
Yes.
Now, what are the basic, we have talked about the king going to seclusion and coming back to pray for people. Are there maybe restrictions or some things that will be involved in this period?
Usually, like I said, they say it is a moment of leave and rest. And during the period from time immemorial, the Erekeson market, the market women on their own, in reverence to His Imperial Majesty, and in accordance with tradition, will close the market for that 7 days around that Erekeson axis. That is not to say the commercial activities will be shut down. Other markets within that precinct, like Oja-Oshodi, Ejemiki, Odokwetu markets, which are still very close, will still be open. When the Deji is on leave, it is believed that there should be no too much noise, beating of drums or loud music around the area, so as to make him have the deserved rest. Yes. So there's no restriction as such, apart from that Erekeson market and noise around the palace that could disrupt or distract the Deji in his restful mood.
Because why I'm asking that question, in the past we used to hear that whenever the Deji has gone to seclusion, religious centers, even maybe events and the rest should not drum and the rest within Akure kingdom. So that is why I'm asking that question, so that we get a clearer picture of it.
This Rainy Deji, it has been so magnanimous in allowing people some lease of life during the period. So, during the period in the past, there are usually no social activities around the precinct of the palace. In Akure, the core Akure, when we are talking of the core Akure those days, we are talking of Ilemo, Odokpetu, Iro, Okearo, Oja Oshodi, Igon, Okelisa, that nucleus. That's what they refer to Akure in those days. But now I think the DG has been magnanimous to waive it for the satellite towns have been so integrated
Into Akure,
Oda, Ikinsha, other satellite towns have been so that when you want to have your social gathering, maybe around those nucleus area, you can move it to
other places,
to other satellite areas contiguous already.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. And you have talked about Ulefunta, and it's quite an interesting activity.
Yes.
Beside the period, within those periods, before, during, and after, what was, before we talked about this year's own now specifically, what are some other activities, some of that is that happen within Akure for that period?
Okay, like I said, the colloquium will come up, but there's what we call pre-festival events. Or that is like on Monday now, we're going to this next Monday, 10th. We host the press to unveil all what we are going to do, unveil our sponsors, prospective sponsors, because the various programs are still open for sponsorships. After the unveiling of the festival before the public, then there is what we call Ulefunta marathon race. That marathon race, we ran it in 2023, the maiden one. For the past 300 or 400 years or thereabout, there's this Owa Orokpo marathon race, usually run by Omode Owas. The Omode Owas are the king servants, young servants, and children of palace chiefs within the palace. The Akure is the only traditional town in Nigeria where you have such race. It is usually run for 3 days around Akure, and on the third day, the DG will come out to receive the runners. They will climb, on the final day, they will climb what we call the Okichomolori and come down and adorn traditional uniforms. And so we now want to complement that
with the modern day,
with the
marathon.
Professional marathon.
Wow.
On Saturday 15th. So the professional marathon will come up on Saturday 15th, next Saturday, preceding 18th of the traditional, the finals of the traditional, so that when the professional is ending on that Saturday, that 1 day race, the traditional is starting, the 3 days traditional is starting on Sunday.
Okay.
So that one will usher in the festival, and we have selected the appropriate route for all Akure indigenes to have a glimpse. It's almost becoming a tourist event. People are looking forward to it. The start point will be from Imafon, Axis, From the axis, they will move to the Dome, Alagbaka area. Then from that to Governor's office. Then from Governor's office, they will move to Government House as an honor to Mr. Governor, to pass through his frontage. Then from there to NEPA, from NEPA to Hospital Road, passing through some of the major quarters. From there to Odole, back to Sikon, then down to Arakale and back to the palace. I think it's about 12 to 15 kilometers.
Wow, that is wonderful.
Yes.
I want to ask this question because traditional or festivals, or cultural festival, in the past had a way of doing their things where even some things are not permitted for just people to participate. But from the way you're talking now, I think it's being modernized. So I want to ask, how do you intend to preserve the cultural value, yet bringing in modernity into it, and that will not still erode that real traditional feel of the event?
Okay, now we are that's what we have introduced in 2022 Akure Heritage Library, where all these events are already being documented, in discs, in videos, and then we are going to have a YouTube channel. For instance, we are launching on Monday Oriki of Akure land, where that's the maiden one, the first edition, where Oriki, the panegyrics of all Akure quarters and satellite towns, the Orikis, will go to studio, do a production, and make it available even up to diaspora, for even those in diaspora and the upcoming ones to know how they are being praised from time immemorial. Ilemo, Ilisa, Iro. For instance, the Iro people are called Omoule, or town Topo. That is, the Auriki is hailing them as thieves who sell things so cheaply. War booty. They are warriors in that. So the Auriki, so the meaning is not as if they are.
What about them being called that?
What else, it's part of the form, And there are those, that's what we call Omojawo group. Those are the group that have the privilege to abuse everybody once in a year, including the DG himself.
I think I've experienced that
yes.
And I think I don't even once, not twice.
Yeah, so it's also fun, They have abused me, they have abused everybody, everything.
I think that was one of the events I heard when they were even abusing the king himself.
Yes, the DG, yes. So those are the beauty part of the festival.
So now let's come to this year's event now. What are they lined up as? You have mentioned some of them, but
yes.
Let's hear them sequentially.
Okay.
The activities, how they come up.
Like I said, the opening, the flag off will be with the marathon and traditional race, on 15th or 18th. Then Ijade outing from seclusion, 22nd. The colloquium at Futa Auditorium, like I said, I think 23rd. Then we have introduced those in the past. What we used to have is secondary school tournament of football, inter-school, commercial. But now what we have introduced is inter-community football competition. We will do the draws on Monday, and there are already about 15 quarters and communities, including Akure North, Akure South, and communities from Ifedore that have put in for the festival. You know, our focus now is to unite all Akure-speaking people. So that football tournament is significant in that direction. That will be, I think, 24th. The finals will be at Akure Sports Stadium. Then thereafter, there will be conferment of chieftaincy title on the Friday of that week. Then that Friday will also be the Jumat. Then the grand finale will be the homage and parade at the MK Abiola Democracy Park, where all communities and their chiefs and their Ulus and their kings, all quarters with their senior chiefs, clubs, and clubs up to Akure National Union in Lagos, Ibadan, Abuja, will sit and parade to pay homage to the Deji, wine and dine. Very important dignitaries have been invited. Yeah, for that day on Saturday. Then on Sunday there will be Thanksgiving in I think St. David Cathedral on Sunday. Then that Sunday evening there will be raffle draw and gala night at Tiger Bar along near Elisha Garage to round it off, where people will win. Those who have participated there and there will come with their raffle tickets to win prizes.
Well, I think that there is one major event I want to know, because I could not really wrap my head around when that event is. You know that there's an event that happens at the palace where, you know, we are talking about the Omojaos, the Sibins.
That would be.
You know, I think that's the major traditional.
That Omojawo, the Omojawo and the Masquerades Day will be on the Colloquium Day.
Okay.
The Colloquium will be at Futa. Then we have programmed it that Colloquium should end around 1. People should dismiss around 1 and now come out to the palace. Our dignitaries to come out to the palace to now see the parades of the Masquerade and the Omojaos. Okay. So it's a twin event, that the Colloquium to end around 1, 2. Then they will now come to the palace and see the Masquerades and the Omojaos, you know.
Okay, well, that's a very beautiful one, and I think with all this kind of activity, very soon the Ule Futa is going to be a global event that will attract attention from all over the world.
Already, we are praying so. We are not there yet, but we thank God so far that we have to where He has taken us thus far. So we give glory to God for us to have been able to achieve this little.
Let me now ask, because in that direction, what are plans of bringing in maybe the national cultural agencies, then or international bodies to really come and see what is going on, so that, you know, it is when they are seen that they cannot think of, oh, we want to add it on the national event or international event, cultural event list?
We have invited the Nigerian Tourism Corporation. We have invited the National Art and Culture to come and witness what we are doing. And we tend to also, within our own capacity, to give it wide publicity for, you know, live streaming, YouTube channels, you know, for people to see. So for all this, we are looking for sponsorships so that people can see what we are doing, including Nta National Network.
Well, thank you very much, sir, for that. I will gladly oblige. As long as the terms and conditions are favorable.
Well, terms and conditions applies with discretion.
So thank you very much, Your Highness, for His Highness, for being part of this program this morning.
Thank you.
But before we leave, what will be your final word to people watching us, and especially to Akure?
Well, the program, the festival is a week-long program, and our objective is to unite all Akure people at home and abroad, and all Akure speaking people across the 3 local governments, and all Ondo State people and Nigerians to come celebrate with us. It is our heritage, and we should uphold it.
Well, thank you very much for being my guest this morning, sir, and I hope that we invite you next. You oblige our invitation. Well, on that note, we are bringing to at least a conclusion the segment that we call the Weekly Mirror segment, and we have mirrored the Ulefunta Festival this morning, and especially the 2026 edition. Well, we are now going to the entertainment segment where we're going to hear gist from across the globe in the entertainment world. And of course, we're going to dance, shake it off, and crack your ribs. Don't go away.